Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Midas Touch Greens. My name is Vandana Jain. I am a Astro Vastu Vedic Science researcher and consultant. We are starting up with a video series on scientific Vastu with a logical and scientific approach, as Vastu Shastra is not just about Panch Tattvas. First, let us begin by asking ourselves, do we understand the meaning of the word science? Science is nothing but systematic study of structure and behavior of physical and natural world through observation and experimentation. This observation and experimentation is done while making this video. Hope you understand that Vastu is equally as scientific as it is considered as Shastra. Metaphysics is also one of the word that we come across when we are talking about Vastu Shastra. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that examines the fundamental nature of reality, including the relationship between mind and matter, between substance and attribute, and between potentiality and actuality. An example of metaphysics is the study of God versus the Big Bang theory. What we understand by this particular thing is that Vastu Shastra is a wise combination of both science and metaphysics, as science itself cannot complete any theory of human existence. We are going to be looking at the bigger picture of a relationship of Vastu Shastra with universe, with earth, human being, with each other, and how human being alone is a cosmos in itself that is made up of chemicals, panchatattvas, energies, various needs and desires that requires a space beyond bricks and mortar. So let's take a look. Have a great journey of learning. Thank you. Let us understand human elemental composition, which is a very unique creation of God. Almost 99% of the mass of human body is made up of 6 elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus. Only 0.85% is composed of another 5 elements: potassium, sulfur, sodium, chlorine and magnesium. All 11 are necessary for existence of life. So far we have been talking about all the 3 things: planets, earths, human being, in a very chemical composition manner. But we understand that human is much bigger and beyond all these chemical composition. Human has something more to offer because it is blessed by the consciousness and enlightenment that actually arises out of the soul that is consciously being given by the divine powers of universe. So we are going to be understanding that human is not only limited to these chemical names, it has much more energy, much more features, much more needs, desires, sensibilities, abilities and much more to offer. So hereby we are going to be looking at human with a very bigger picture. Let us see how human have evolved in nature and how human are connected to nature. Biophilia is a very interesting philosophy that talks about human nature, and it means an innate and genetically determined affinity of human beings with the natural world. Our relationship with the natural environment can be understood through the concepts of biophilia and biophilia hypothesis. This term is defined as human innates need to be affiliated with other life such as plants and animals. This essentially means that humans have a desire to be near nature. Next, we are going to be talking about how humans are social products of nature. What is the nature of a man? Human nature is a bundle of characteristics including ways of thinking, feeling and acting which humans are said to have naturally. Alongside being made by Panchatattva, they need to use their consciousness to balance life, family, career, health, and friends. And hence, they actually require more and more energy and stability of mind to take care of their lives, of their loved ones, and themselves. And this is how Vastu Shastra provides a great amount of details in the planning of the spaces, which are actually the biome of energies to an human personality. We are going to be looking at Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. So far, we've understood that human is made up of some chemicals, humans are in love with nature, humans are social products of nature, and they have consciousness, kindness, thinking, reasoning, and other beautiful characteristics that makes them different and divine from the other natural beings. Maslow's hierarchy of human needs says that this particular theory is determined by Abraham Harold Maslow, who was an American psychologist who was best known for creating Maslow's hierarchy pyramids of need, a theory of psychological health and predicted on fulfilling innate human needs in priority, culminating in self-actualization. What are the 7 hierarchies of needs? Maslow's hierarchies of needs. Needs lower down in the hierarchy must be satisfied before individuals can attain to the needs higher up in the pyramid. From the bottom of the hierarchy upwards, the needs are psychological, physiological, safety, love and belongingness, esteem, self actualization. It's very interesting to understand that we are growing out of natural biome, but we actually have a sequence of desires at every stage of our life. And this is how Maslow hierarchies of needs tell us that human beings are much more than a chemical composition. So this is why we require that not only the spaces, but yes, human to human requirement requires to be beautifully understood so that the frequency vibration can be more interesting within the spaces that they live around. So we study in Vastu not only the physical spaces but also the physical being in those spaces to make sure that the whole lot of development of the human civilization gets on a very interesting platform. Let's look at this slide to understand that so far whatever we have talked about as a human characteristic, as a unique human characteristic, which talks about that human is made up of many things which are very different and very genetically unique in a human being, that makes a human a social being, and that talks about its needs, its desires, and its characteristics in a very fulfilling way. But yes, we agree here that whatever we are trying to discover today, that talks about that Vastu Shastra is only about Panchtattvas. Human being is only about Panchtattvas. But over the discoveries and experimentations and out of observation, we've understood that human being is not only a representation of 5 elements. Human being has many other layers over it. As a conscious being, it requires food to survive, good thoughts, meditation, prayers, and belief to make a focus very interesting in life. Then it requires visual comfort in life, sound energy, smells, right temperature, and right light energy. Then it requires a beautiful space indoor where they can live with a very nice purpose. They can find solace, they can find security and safety. Then they have outdoor environment, surroundings, and vicinity that kind of creates a social physical population so that they can actually sit and understand the bigger picture of a race which is unique in its own way. So this is how we understand that human being is very interesting element of the cosmos, and it is one of the element that actually kind of makes the cosmos, understand the cosmos and reason the cosmos to make it more interesting and more divine its own way. But that requires a lot of practice and a lot of understanding of oneself, so that things can be developed on a very beautiful aspect. Let us now look at Panchabhutas and their existence in the body. Panchabhutas, air, water, sky, fire, space, they are necessary for the development of any living being. These reside in human body too. Their existence in human bodies is as follows. Contraction, running, expansion, motion contains the properties of air element. Thirst, hunger, laziness, sleep, glow contains the properties of fire element. Skin, bone, nerves, body hair contains the properties of earth element. Saliva, urine, blood, marrow, semen contains the properties of water element. Sound, attachment, vacuum, worry, doubt all contains the properties of space element. So if at all we look at this particular slide, we understand that Panchabhutas in its own literal way has a very important role to make human come in existence. But inside the body also, if there is any kind of a disbalance in these elements that causes the imbalance of the human being, then we see that it affects our work system as well. So the right development of these elements in the body and in the space is highly recommended. Let us now see that human being is actually being made up of many other things besides Panchabhutas. And energy is vital, essential for human being as well as the spaces. Energy is an inherent characteristic of any physical system. Everywhere there is a change, there is a transformation of energy. Without energy, life would be impossible, and there are various subtle energies that balances and recharge human being. These are sun energy, sound energy, hydro energy, magnetic and gravitational energy, lunar energy, spiritual energy, mental energy, emotional energy, thermal energy, wind energy. So this is a very long list, and we understand that to balance the Panchatattvas, these energies really play a vital role. Now think of the wave pattern as it pertains to a building. Every structure has a specific wave pattern, such as the light waves, sound waves, or the waves that results from our heartbeat. A building constructed according to the prescriptive methods of Vastu Shastra has been designed with extraordinary care with regards to its wave pattern. So this is very essential that the Panchatattvas and the energies in the space are very nicely balanced, so that the recharging of the human and the space can be done beautifully. If you like our video today, please do leave comments, like, share and subscribe our channel Midas Touch Green. Follow us on Facebook page, and please do let us know that what would you like to know more about Vastu as a scientific study. We'll be happy to add those topics in our upcoming videos. Please keep yourself happy, healthy and make your home more prosperous by watching our videos, and keep yourself healthy and positive. Take care.